Could Ethereum about to get a lot more expensive, perhaps even slower? But overall, could this be a massive bonus for projects building on Ethereum? Some interesting topics for today's video, guys. Let's get into it, but first of all, let's run the intro. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Cheeky Crypto Uncensored. Of course, I am JB. Today we're going to have a little look at Ethereum, but in a bit of a different light. Very interesting news article here. I really wanted to cover off, dive into it and, maybe have a look at what effect it may have on Ethereum and projects building on Ethereum. So we're going to come over to Cointelegraph and talk about this article in particular here. Ethereum devs air concern over Vitalik's plan to increase gas limit. So some Ethereum developers opposing Vitalik's gas limit increase suggestions are concerned about the increased size of the blockchain's state. So developers, node operators and users have yet to agree on Vitalik Buterin's recent suggestion to increase the gas limit on Ethereum. On January 11th, Buterin advocated the modest 33% gas limit increase to potentially improve network throughput. So this would of course see an increase of the amount of transactions that would be able to be processed through the Ethereum blockchain. To increase the gas limit to the proposed 40 million from the current 30 million would allow for more transactions for each block, theoretically increasing the overall throughput and capacity of the network. However, there are some drawbacks. According to Marius van der Weyden, who aired his concerns also on January 11th, the primary concern would be the increase in the size of the blockchain state, which contains account balances and smart contract data. The total space needed right now is roughly 267 gigabytes only for the state. If they increase the gas limit, the size will grow even quicker. The Ethereum blockchain full history data size is currently around 900 gigabytes. Weyden argued that storage is cheap, so size is not the issue and everyone will be able to store the amount of data. However, accessing and modifying it will become slower and slower, a problem that we can all understand Ethereum suffers with. So also airing concerns here is Mark Koppelman, the co-founder of Genesis, stating there would also be an increase in bandwidth should the gas limits be raised. The team lead for Ethereum, 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗘, was another who echoed concerns about the increase in gas limits. Increasing it will definitely have a downside. State will grow faster, sync time will get slower, a massive problem for Ethereum. The gas limit refers to the maximum amount of work and gas spent executing Ethereum transactions or smart contracts in each block. It is set to ensure the blocks are not too large, which would impact network performance and synchronization. So lastly for the article here, we can see that software developer 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗠𝗠𝗘𝗥 replied to Vitalik's Reddit post saying that the goal should be enabling real-world users to run Ethereum nodes on their everyday machines. However, this will be a greater challenge as the state and the full blockchain size grows over time. Our goal should not be to ensure that you can run an Ethereum node on a X dollar machine. It should be that demographic X can run an Ethereum node. So I do think, we could all agree on that. We've obviously seen exposure in our community, especially most recently, the hype about running nodes. But to run an Ethereum node would be near impossible for the everyday person. So I can totally agree with some of the statements that are coming out of here. To, first of all, increase anything on Ethereum sounds absolutely insane. We'll jump over to the membership website shortly and take a look at what's really going on there so far. So to increase anything on Ethereum, I do think could have really negative effects. And to increase the gas limit around 33%, you'll see Ethereum become even slower, potentially becoming even more expensive. All in all, I don't think this is great for Ethereum. However, this may have a knock-on effect. We have obviously released a couple of videos recently talking about layer 2s on Ethereum, scaling solutions and so forth. So the likes of Polygon's Matic, Arbitrum, there's many more to list off here, will benefit from this because they will be required more and more to carry out more scaling on Ethereum. So yeah, swings and roundabouts for this one, guys. We can see the negative effects, we can see some potential positives. But what we will quickly do is we will jump over to memberships.𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗠𝗠𝗘𝗥𝗦. We'll quickly show you, we have got our plans here that are available, starting from $14.99 a month. There's a whole host of plans with a whole host of inclusive features of each plan. Head on over to memberships.𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗠𝗠𝗘𝗥𝗦. It is of course linked in the description down below. Head on over there, check it out. There will be a plan there for you and you're missing out if you have not experienced the membership website so far. But of course we are here to talk about the data, and we will come over to the data zone and into the data portal, where you will be presented with the home screen for Ethereum, one that we do not visit all too often, to be quite frank. We can see the all-time high of $4,878. We are down 46.73% at the time of recording from its all-time high, which was 792 days ago. We can come down to the network analysis, where we can start tracking some of the ongoings for Ethereum. Circulating supply, total supply, the market cap, the realized market cap are not of interest for today's video. We're here to talk about the current transactions going on for Ethereum. The total addresses for Ethereum currently sitting at 112.2 million. We can see that 596,000 of these were active within the last 24 hours. 386,000 of these were receiving addresses, 496,000 were sending addresses. But what we can see, the transactions in the last 24 hours, 1.29 million, costing a staggering 10 million US dollars. Now, where would we expect this fee to be should we see a 33% increase on the gas limit? Well, of course, we will see an increase in the costs of running Ethereum, which will in turn see a rise in the cost of transactions. So it is something to think about, a different light. The increase in gas limit is great for Ethereum as a whole. It will make Ethereum bigger. But the knock-on effect we will see here for the likes of fees and such, well, that will have a much bigger effect. And we can already see that, you know, the most recent 24 hours here have been a bit rough for Ethereum. $42.8 million worth of liquidations. Binance liquidating the highest amount. They took out $18 million worth of positions. We can go through this and have a quick look at, you know, where it was liquidated. Almost 60% of shorts and almost 42% of longs, with a $10 million short liquidation, $7.8 million worth of longs. We can see OKX taking out 37% of positions, $60 million in total, $9.2 million worth of shorts and $6.8 million worth of longs. Then we can come down the list here. We can see it's quite even across the board. Bitfinex sticking out just a little bit here, but the value is not overly dramatic. But when we see these size of liquidations, $10 million worth of shorts, $7 million worth of longs, on a market that was not overly volatile, yes, it was slightly volatile with the recent ongoings, but not overly volatile. Well, once again, we would see this level increased. In my opinion, we would see more and more liquidations in value as the cost of Ethereum, in my opinion, would be dearer. But on the flip side, would we perhaps see more Ethereum locked up? We could see Ethereum's TVL perhaps growing. No rhyme nor reason behind this, but the thought of moving your Ethereum at an even more expensive rate, well, perhaps this could benefit the ecosystem and see more Ethereum locked up. So all in all, I wanted to really cover that one off, get your guys' thoughts and opinions. Where do you sit with the possibility of an increase in the gas limit for Ethereum? Do you see this as a positive for perhaps the layer 2s, the likes of Arbitrum, Loopring, Optimism, Polygon, Matic? Could we see this as a positive? You know, we're going to see more use, more demand for these projects, or are we going to see a troublesome future for Ethereum, that this growth is perhaps unnecessary? I'd love to know your guys' thoughts and opinions on this one. Let us know in the comments down below. If you've enjoyed today's video, please do smash up that like button, subscribe, tap on the bell selecting all of the notifications. If you're going to trade, as always, please do trade safely. Have a nice tight stop loss, make some great gains, stay safe in the space, and until next time, have a very nice day.